look at the Flats in Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
When you think about the history of college football, you have got to think about Bobby Dodd Stadium. It is the oldest stadium in FBS history, built in 1913. On the campus of Georgia Tech, this place has seen a lot of great college football through the years. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Yellow Jackets kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mitchell. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Press center downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Nearly intercepted.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Rolls right. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Long way to go on second down. Leaves it in his belly. Stopped right there.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted. There he goes. The 30, the 20. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job of making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On play action. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Still on his feet at the 45. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. From the gun, it's Powell. Plows through the defense. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And the Yellow Jackets will try to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires immediately.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The Scarlet Knights come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Running inside. It's Powell. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He breaks a tackle.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
3rd and long right here. On the ground, it's Maddox. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39. It'll be 4th down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it here on 4th down. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Lost the throw on 1st. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. quick give. It's Mitchell. Inside the 30. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Turns into the pile. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And now on 4th down, they'll try to field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Got a little space. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. It's 3rd and 5. Pulls it. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Going for it all. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get close.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Deep in the end zone, it's Hopkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
It was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's up to 55 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Sells the run, looking to pass. Left side is Anthony. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. Right side, it's Anthony. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out route. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Scarlet Knights, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The run inside. It's Mitchell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hopkins. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he... Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Mitchell. Gain of about 4 sets up the 2nd and 6. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Finds his man, it's Thomas. And it's a first down, they'll mark it at the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Out wide right, it's Mitchell. Turning it on. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
He's got 69 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. And the Scarlet Knights kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights! Fired in from the red zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Scanning the field, it's Grimes. Still looking to his right. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll try the counter. Not much happening on that one. Maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage as the clock continues to move here late in the half. It's 3rd down. Georgia Tech spins its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Here comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here's some daylight. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. And it's the Tigers trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Under pressure. And they got it.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy that, remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Makes a connection. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. From the gun, the ground game. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Breaks into the open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there. Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football. All eyes on him. And
got enough space. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got room at the 35. Running through contact. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks the tackle. Off to the races to the right. Into the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Fires to the middle. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Oh, he's got some space. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Couldn't set his feet.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defender. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped on 4th down. Still running at the 40. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Rutgers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's why you hold your breath every single time this guy catches the football. That's a short, easy completion. He's so dangerous after the catch, David, and he shows you the wheels, taking it all the way to the house.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to point out, how about the QB play? Getting the ball out right where he can catch the football and use his speed and playmaking ability after it, and he shows you, man. That's why he's dangerous. That's why this offense is always one play away from getting to the house.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Maddox. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Look out! And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. And the Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And look what we've got going here. A top 10 team that is teetering after giving up that score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the counter. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. We've come to the break, and Rutgers is holding the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Scoreboard operator better stay loose. Plenty of time to go here as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Out wide left, it's Allen. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. They'll have a first down here. Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. That's caught. It's Phillips. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
He's got 93 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. To the ground. He's got it again.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Near the marker, it's Roach. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his feet. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw, it's Grimes. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. And they're not on the same page there.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Finds his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down.
I mean, how about it, guys, right? I mean, we're up here in the booth. We can't believe they decided to go for it on 4th down with the lead. We thought maybe, okay, he's just going to come up and try and draw him off sides and get a cheap one, get a cheap first down. But no, this coaching staff, they decide to go out and not just go for it, throw for the first down, and they get it. I guess that explains why they're down there on the sidelines and we're up here in the booth.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Georgia Tech spends its second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. The Yellow Jackets spend their third and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
The Scarlet Knights will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They boot it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Grimes. Right side, it's Powell. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Good execution by this offense. Now we need to rush, but not be in a hurry. Still got some time left.
Oh, he wants it all. Snatches it on the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Left side is Powell. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Yellow Jackets have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on.